One of the big things we do take for granted in newer vehicles is the nice dash lighting and just lighting in general. The old incandescent bulbs weren't that great to see. They were kind of a yellowish light and made stuff hard to look at. So this upgrade should really make a big difference here. We're going to see what it's got to take to pull this dash out. Already got the new bulb, so let's see if we can make it work. So once I get it in here a little bit more, I'll show you the process of doing this. But got 3 screws across the bottom, 3 across the top. You have to take 2 screws off to take the lower piece off the steering column, right there. Then 2 bolts to lower the steering column, just enough to get the dash out. The speedometer clip on these are a nightmare if you don't know the trick. Once I get the dash out, I'll show you how that clip comes off and save you a lot of misery. And here we can actually see it. This little clip right here will 100% make you test your sanity. Trick to this is, when you pull it apart, you can feel up under there because you won't be able to see it. There's a little toggle on this side. You press from one side. That lifts up this little end right here, which I hope you can kind of see, other than just my hand. Get in here where you can see it. That will pull that little toggle up. If you can see that right there under my thumb. And let it slip right off. If you don't know that trick, you'll be pulling your hair out for 6 months. And here's the instrument cluster out. Those 6 little black knobs you see there are where the lights are going to go. So we're going to get those pulled out, put the new LEDs in. And here we have all 6 of the old incandescent dash bulbs. Another cheap Amazon kit. Got the LED bulb replacements with the twists and adapters. New LEDs, so I can get that to focus. Old bulbs. These just push into an adapter. That's the originals. Now, as part of this project, originally on Ford, right there, there's little blue cups that kind of distribute the light and give it that green color with the yellow bulb. I took them out. We're going to go for a pure white look here. See if this works out. Not, I might change it out to red LEDs in the future. A little easier on the eyes, but see how this works. Something I should mention real quick is make sure your polarity is right on the LED bulbs. They are polarity sensitive where a regular bulb isn't, so they have to be in the right direction. I knew this going in, so I put the dash in, taken apart, made sure all the lights were working before I reassembled it. So getting ready to put it back together now. All the lights are working. Just a heads up, if you do these, they do make bulbs that aren't polarity expensive or polarity sensitive, but they're about 3 times the price. So I went the cheaper end. And there it is. New backlights, turn signal indicators, fasten seatbelt comes on when you first turn the truck on usually. See if it's working. And it's going to make a liar out of me, but headlight indicator works. Backlights look a little brighter, so I think that's a win. So, I may have just learned something new. This thing has dual tanks. You can see a little black push button's been installed next to it. I thought for sure it needed the carburetor rebuilt because it's been hard starting. But apparently that little button there runs to 2 auxiliary fuel pumps in the back to prime the system. Hold it down for a few seconds, it started right up. Thought I'd seen it all. That's a new one on me.